Our top stories tonight. eNCA pupils claim that their principal has dashed their hopes of further study. Eskom will implement peak time power cuts in indebted municipalities from Monday. Growing calls for the release of a South African photojournalist kidnapped in Syria. Well, this is eNews Direct Weekend Edition. I'm Flola Daba. Very good evening to you.
Hello and welcome. I'm William Laham.
You can track our main stories using the following hashtags: Eskom and Shiraz Mohammed.
You can comment on any of our stories by following us on Facebook and Twitter at eNews Direct, or check the content on our website, eNCA.com/direct.
But first, we start with this. Pupils from a rural Eastern Cape school say they've had to put their tertiary study plans on hold. They claim that their principal is withholding their matric results until they pay up. Their no-fee school is severely overcrowded. The governing body claims the money will be used to build classrooms, but students say they simply cannot afford to pay.
Every day, these students walk to Ngangul Wandle Senior Secondary School to beg for their matric results. They say they've been told to pay 1,510 Rand for fundraising at their no-fee school in order to get their statement. With their dads away at the mines and their moms unemployed, the pupils feel helpless. One of them dreams of studying marketing at a local college, but with the registration deadline looming, his hopes are fading.
Imali yona ndinayo ayikho ekhaya. Ndike ndathetha ke nabazali bam bangathi bazoyoboleka koomatshonisa. Ndixhomeke utata mnye nguye yedwa ophangelayo ekhaya sibasixhenxe. Ngutata ophangela ezimayini. Singabantu abatsala nzima.
Le mali xa yonke yi-1,510 rand. I-600 ye-matric dance, i-680 ye-fees, 120 rand SGB teachers, 50 rand eka-typek.
Morning class. Good morning.
The school had over 1,900 matric students last year. Severely overcrowded classrooms have prompted the school governing body to raise funds to build classrooms.
Imeko yasesikolweni apha eNgangolwandle ebangela uba bangazifumani ii-report zabo abantwana ne-statement of symbols kungenxa yoba bekweleta nyhani, ngoba kwathatha isigqibo sisikolo si-SGP neetishala nabazali babantwana bekhona kwiimali eziye zishote apha esikolweni, kangangoba iitishala eziye zishote kakhulu ngenxa yobunintsi babantwana.
The principal claims only families who can afford to pay are asked to do so. He denies withholding results.
That is not true. We gave all the metric statement of symbols. We are a no-fee school. And we also have our development funds. But when it comes to development fund, we're saying that it is not compulsory for a parent. Those who are able to contribute to the development fund, they do contribute. But those who cannot, they do not.
But this grandfather says he went to the school to get his granddaughter's results and was turned away until he paid.
Ndiyile nge-9 ndafumaniseka uba kuthiwa i-state of symbol funeka xa ndipha imali efees zakhe yeba zange kwi-farewell zanga kuthiwa kazifumana funeka ndikhuphe 650. Then ke ngoku ndaya kumashonisa ngoba kaloku kuba nje i-statement of symbols somntanam ndaboleka 1,000. Wathi ke lo mashonisa kulungile ndiza kunika le 1,000, but ke ngoku moyibuyisa uzoyibuyisa i-1,500.
The Eastern Cape Education Department says it will intervene immediately. Sandy McCowan, Nkanduli, Eastern Cape.
Tens of thousands of Gauteng pupils were still awaiting placement when the school year started on Wednesday. But one woman claims she used her connections to get ahead. Two Gauteng education officials could lose their jobs over the matter. The woman posted their names on social media, thanking them for helping her skip the queue to get her sister into school. The woman's Facebook profile says she works at Alex FM. Our attempts to get comment from her have been unsuccessful.
The first week of school in Gauteng. Thousands of parents frustrated about their children not finding places in schools. Many say they applied well in advance. But one person has put it out there that knowing people in the right places cuts out all the stress. A woman who goes by the name of Howerano Mnqophiso Kekana bragged that she jumped the queue even though she applied late for her sister. She went as far as giving names of the officials who helped her. We applied late because the decision of her staying with me came very sudden. But my connections and influence had to work for us. And thanks to the district director and the officials, Mr. Majeke and Moabi, Mini Howerano will commence her high school journey tomorrow. The education department is not impressed and says it's investigating. Those named could be charged with undermining the authority of the department.
And obviously, there would have to be a disciplinary hearing. The charges would have to be put before them, and they would have to defend themselves. And this is something that could be a dismissible offense.
Bodibe says the office concerned has been contacted.
We subsequently spoke to the district director, and obviously will have to investigate the matter. And his version of the story seems well acceptable. He says, look, many parents are walking through the doors who have now circumstances changed. We do try to help, especially to place them in schools that are not in demand. But even when we do that, we are not jumping queues. So that's the official version for now, but we'll have to then get to the bottom of this.
The department says it still has thousands of pupils to place in the coming week and is urging parents to visit its operation centers. Zikhona Chona, Johannesburg.
Residents in 22 municipalities across the country will have to cope with the power cuts on a daily basis. Eskom announced it will switch off their lights during peak hours from Monday. The municipalities owe the power utility billions of rands. The power utility says it will continue to implement the cuts until payment agreements are reached.
If you're from the Free State, Northern Cape, Northwest, Eastern Cape and Mpumalanga, chances are you may not have electricity before and after work, depending on which town you live in. There are 8 defaulting municipalities in the Free State, 1 in the Eastern Cape, 6 in Mpumalanga, 7 in the Northwest, and 2 in the Northern Cape. Collectively, they owe Eskom some 10 billion rand. Last week, civil rights organization AfriForum failed in its court bid to prevent the power giant from switching off the lights. It argued that cutting the power unfairly punishes residents who are up to date with their accounts. But Eskom hit back, saying non-payment of accounts significantly impacts its cash flow. Municipalities contribute almost 42% of total sales and 41% of its annual revenue. Eskom argued that if it cannot collect what it's owed, this will have a drastic knock-on effect on the economy. Judge Hans Fabricius agreed and emphasized that municipalities must honor their obligations. But Eskom says supply interruptions can be avoided if municipalities meet the following 3 requirements. A cash payment is negotiated with each municipality, a written undertaking in the form of a council resolution that current accounts will be honored going forward, or a payment plan for the arrears supported by a council resolution. Interruptions will happen between 6 and 8 in the morning and 5 and 7:30 in the evening.
Well, family and friends of a South African photojournalist kidnapped in Syria are calling for his release. Shiraz Mohammed was in the war-torn country with humanitarian organization Gift of the Givers. He was traveling to the Turkish border when he was taken hostage earlier this week. His family says they're devastated by his disappearance.
South African photojournalist Shiraz Mohammed travelled to 12 different countries last year in relentless pursuit of the kind of images that have seen his work featured all over the globe. His family says it's this passion that's often landed him in life-threatening situations. Mohammed has been in Syria since the 4th of January. He and workers from a humanitarian organization Gift of the Givers were traveling to the Turkish border when the kidnapping took place. It's not the first time Gift of the Givers has stepped in to assist in hostage situations.
Again, like in the other hostage situations we've been in, we've got leverage. And all people all over Syria know what we've done. And it would be foolish for anybody to try to harm him knowing what we've done there. It will cause an uproar in the community. But there is no ISIS in the area that we are. So that sort of takes out 50 to 60% of your headache. But at the end of the day, you still don't know what they want.
Suleiman says they will use their networks and influence in the region to establish the motive for the kidnapping. A few South Africans have been kidnapped in recent years. School teacher Pierre Corky was taken hostage by Al-Qaeda in Yemen in 2013. He was killed in late 2014 in a botched attempt to rescue a US hostage. In 2010, sailors Debbie Collitz and Bruno Peletzari were held hostage for 20 months by Somali pirates.
What is going to be important here is to allow Gift of the Givers, because of their past experiences, to take lead here and start negotiations the moment we know exactly who has kidnapped and what the demand will be.
South Africa's embassy now operates out of Lebanon. The International Relations Department says the war in Syria forced it to evacuate. Hashtag Shiraz Mohammed is trending on social media platforms. Many of his colleagues in the industry and South Africans at large are adding their voices to calls for his release. Mike Lappel, Johannesburg.
Cape Town firefighters now have increased support while battling blazes. An award-winning system has been helping the city with disaster management and law enforcement. The Emergency Policing and Incident Command System is the first of its kind in South Africa. It integrates public safety and emergency services. The city hopes to work with other provinces to roll it out nationally.
This highly efficient tech system is helping put out fires in Cape Town. It puts 6 emergency and policing vehicles onto one platform. Fire and Rescue Services tested it out for the first time this week after blazes broke out in Simonstown.
We had the fire starting in Simonstown. We flicked the system on. Instead of having a static screen in front that people would move markers on or make notes on, we had that on one side, and next to it we had a large screen with all of the resources. You could see the fire trucks going to the various points of the fire line, and that was truly a test of it, and it made for much greater tactical awareness.
The system works with interactive maps which help to track resources, highlighting the incident, region and services dispatched.
It's a better quality of experience along the whole length. From the moment the call is taken, the way in which the call is managed, the quality of the call, the locating of that incident, for the dispatcher being able to see where all of his resources are, so it's a more rapid response, more rapid progress through the stages to get a vehicle on scene.
Smith says the system will be used to collect data on hotspot areas and other crime-related statistics. He says the next phase is to integrate neighbourhood watches and private security. Artie Narsi, Cape Town.
In news from further afield now, gunmen have kidnapped 5 students and 2 staff members at an international school in Nigeria. Officials say one of those kidnapped in the southern state of Ogun is a Turkish national. Police are searching for the victims but say they don't have any leads yet. All right, that's it from... Welcome back. Well, it's only a month to go to Valentine's Day. Lonely hearts have the opportunity to bag hunky British actor Idris Elba as a date. You could be enjoying a romantic candlelight dinner with him. All it will cost you is a donation to support education for schoolgirls in Africa. The winner will be flown out to meet him.
Hi there, Idris Elba here, and I'd like you to be my Valentine. That's right, love. Just you and me, no one else around. Just us.
An offer too good to refuse. Members of the public could win a date with Idris Elba by bidding in an online auction.
See that chair? That's for you. And we'll get things started off with cocktails. Or perhaps champagne.
The actor, whose father is from Sierra Leone, is one of the frontrunners to be cast as the next James Bond, the fictional British spy.
And for dessert, you can have whatever you want. And I mean whatever you want.
And it's all for a
Candy
good
Hearts is
cause.
just the beginning. What's more to love is that every donation supports We Can Lead. ICCC's organisation working to empower and educate girls throughout Africa.
Bids start from as little as 135 Rand to win the date of a lifetime.
All right, that's your entertainment for tonight. After the break, Candace has your weather forecast.
Need instant cash? Take a look on the bright side. Get a Cash Converters Sunny Day Mini Loan from 400 to 4,000 Rand, only at Cash Converters.
A cold front brings in a cooler day in the southwest on Sunday, as well as some rainfall over the southern part of South Africa. Behind the cold front, we'll see windy conditions in the southwest with a watchful gale force winds. Widespread showers and thundershowers are forecast over the extreme northeastern parts, with scattered thundershowers and mostly cloudy weather between Limpopo and the east coast. A few isolated thundershowers are expected as we head further west, with the sunny and dry weather continuing for the Northern Cape. It'll be a warm Sunday throughout KwaZulu-Natal with up to a 60% chance of thundershowers. You'll also see thundershowers through to the Eastern Cape, especially over the northeastern parts, but there's also a watch for severe thunderstorms. Light rain is forecast for Grahamstown and Port Elizabeth. You'll see light rain over the southeastern part of the Western Cape with highs mainly in the mid-20s. A cooler day for Cape Town at 25 degrees with a high fire danger warning over the western part of the province. Dry and sunny as we head towards the Northern Cape, 38 degrees for Uppington with highs in the mid-30s over the eastern parts. You'll see scattered thundershowers over the eastern Free State with isolated thundershowers for the rest of the province. 28 with isolated thundershowers for Mahikeng and Potchefstroom. Mostly cloudy with a 60% chance of thunderstorms over the eastern part of the province as well as into Limpopo. Quite a bit of cloud here with widespread thundershowers over the northern and eastern part of the province. 25 degrees for Polokwane. Widespread thundershowers and showers are forecast over the eastern part of Mpumalanga with highs in the mid-20s over the western parts, and we stick in the mid-20s as we head towards Gauteng with a mostly cloudy day and isolated thundershowers, scattered though for Pretoria with a high of 27 degrees. Cloudy, wet and cooler weather moves in along the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal coastline on Monday, with thundershowers continuing over the central and northeastern parts. Cloudy and wet weather settles in over Mpumalanga and Limpopo all the way through to Tuesday, with cloudy and wet weather along the east coast, but with things drying out for the rest of South Africa. That's all from the Weather Centre for now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Brighten your day with a Cash Converters Sunny Day Mini Loan. Come in store and we'll put instant cash right in your pocket. Only at Cash Converters.
Right, here's a recap of your top stories. Eastern Cape pupils claim that their principal has dashed their hopes of further study. Eskom will implement peak time power cuts in indebted municipalities from Monday. From the eNews Direct team.
Until next time, good night.
Cheers.